Let's check the news from AWS. AWS WAF has added JA4 fingerprinting capabilities to incoming requests, enabling customers to identify known clients or block malicious ones. This feature allows for the creation of a database of good and bad actors based on TLS client hello fingerprints, which can be used to apply precise rules based on client behavior patterns. The addition of JA4 as an aggregation key within rate-based rules in WAF enables customers to monitor and control request rates based on client fingerprints. By combining both JA3 and JA4 fingerprinting capabilities, customers can implement robust protection against automated threats while maintaining legitimate traffic flow to their applications. This new feature is available for Amazon CloudFront and Amazon Application Load Balancer in all regions where AWS WAF is available, except the AWS GovCloud regions, China regions, Israel, and Asia Pacific. AWS Code Connections now allows you to securely share your connection resource across individual AWS accounts or within your AWS organization. With this feature, you can create a connection in one AWS account and then share it with multiple AWS accounts using AWS Resource Access Manager. This eliminates the need to create separate connections for each AWS account that requires access to the same third-party source provider. By sharing your connection through AWS RAM, you can also automate the process of granting access to other AWS accounts, reducing the operational overhead required to support a multi-account deployment strategy. To manage access control within an AWS account, you can use IAM policies to define what operations an IAM role can perform on a shared connection. Overall, the sharing of connections in AWS Code Connections provides greater flexibility and ease of management for your third-party source providers across multiple AWS accounts. Amazon EC2 M7A instances are now available in the AWS Asia Pacific region. These general-purpose instances are powered by 4th-gen AMD EPYC processors with a maximum frequency of 3.7 GHz, delivering up to 50% higher performance compared to M6A instances. These new instances can be purchased as savings plans, reserved, on-demand, and spot instances. To take advantage of this offering, you can visit the AWS Management Console or use the AWS Command Line Interface and AWS SDKs. Amazon OpenSearch Serverless is now available in the AWS US West and Europe regions, making it simpler to run search and analytics workloads without the need for infrastructure management. The compute capacity used for data ingestion, search, and query in OpenSearch Serverless is measured in OpenSearch compute units, allowing customers to control costs by configuring a maximum number of OCUs per account. Amazon OpenSearch Serverless is now available in the AWS Europe region, providing customers with a serverless deployment option for running search and analytics workloads without the complexities of infrastructure management. This expansion enables businesses to scale their OpenSearch workloads seamlessly, while only paying for the compute capacity used, measured in OpenSearch compute units. To optimize costs, customers can configure a maximum number of OCUs per account, providing greater control over expenses. Amazon Q Developer announces a new CLI agent within the command line interface that allows for more dynamic conversations. This enhanced agent uses the information in your CLI environment to facilitate tasks such as reading and writing files locally, querying AWS resources, and creating code. With this update, you can ask Amazon Q Developer to write code, test it, and help debug issues. The agent will iteratively make adjustments based on your feedback and approval, streamlining the development process without requiring a departure from your terminal. The new CLI agent is powered by Anthropic's Claude 3.7 Sonnet model, the most intelligent model available to date. This feature is available on Amazon Q Developer's free and pro tiers, as well as in all AWS regions where Q Developer is accessible. AWS announces the general availability of MQTT-enabled Sitewise Edge gateways for AWS IoT Sitewise. This new feature enables central connectivity between Sitewise Edge and customer-built Edge components through an MQTT v5 broker component, simplifying integration and eliminating the need to build point-to-point connections. With this launch, newly created gateways now include an MQTT broker that facilitates communication between site-wise edge and custom-built edge components. This allows for a publish and subscribe topology, streamlining data flows and enabling more efficient integration of custom logic. The introduction of MQTT-enabled site-wise edge gateways also enables the development of custom edge components for data contextualization. These components can enrich equipment telemetry data with data from operations systems, allowing for the calculation of key performance indicators such as overall equipment effectiveness, uptime, and progress against production targets. AWS IoT Site-Wise Edge provides native integration of this data for storage and additional use cases in the AWS cloud. The unified namespace, an industrial data normalization and organization pattern, can be used at the edge and extended with AWS cloud services. The new gateways securely transmit equipment data streams to AWS IoT Site-Wise using existing organizational, storage, and analytics features of the service, along with robust store and forward capabilities. This feature is now available in all AWS IoT Site-Wise commercial regions. Here's the rewritten announcement focusing purely on announcing AWS Step Functions Workflow Studio for the VS Code IDE. AWS Step Functions Workflow Studio is now available in the AWS Toolkit for Visual Studio Code, enabling you to visually create, edit, and debug state machine workflows directly in your local development environment. This new feature brings the console experience to the IDE, making it easier to create workflows in your local development environment. With Workflow Studio, you can compose workflows on a canvas while generating workflow definitions in the background. The Workflow Studio for VS Code also integrates with infrastructure as code tools, allowing you to debug your workflow steps using the Test State API directly within the IDE. To get started, download the AWS Toolkit for VS Code, or update to the latest version. Here's an announcement focused on Amazon Game Lift Streams. Amazon Game Lift has introduced a new managed capability called Amazon Game Lift Streams, enabling developers to stream games at up to 1080p resolution and 60 frames per second to any device with a WebRTC-enabled browser. This innovative solution allows game developers to upload their games built with various 3D engines with little to no modification, provision streaming capacity in specific AWS regions, and start test streaming immediately. Players can then access and play AAA, AA, and indie games over the internet on PCs, phones, tablets, and smart TVs without waiting for downloads. With Amazon Game Lift Streams, developers can create new direct-to-player distribution channels, launch instant play game demos, conduct secure play testing, and expand monetization opportunities. The solution supports Windows, Linux, and Proton runtimes, eliminating the need to modify and rebuild game code for streaming. This capability also enables flexible scaling of streaming up or down based on player demand, allowing developers to only provision and pay for the capacity they need. Amazon Game Lift Streams is available in 6 AWS regions, including Asia Pacific, and delivering low-latency gameplay closer to players around the world. By leveraging this new capability, game developers can expand their reach, engagement, and sales while maintaining full control over the player relationship, experience, branding, and business model. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and, if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.